Breaking the Code with Gabriella tells the story of a young girl who overcomes gender stereotypes in robotics, cementing herself as a role model for young women. The book includes science and engineering information, such as the design process and Java tutorials. As part of our initiative to empower young girls to pursue their interests in STEM, we are running the Breaking the Code with Gabriella Trailblazers in STEM speaker series, which explores the careers of women in science, technology, engineering, and math. The series aims to dispel gender stereotypes and aid young students in getting advice on how to pursue their own passions. Today, I'm here with Sohaila Diab, who is a data scientist at Bayesianx and holds a degree in computer science specializing in artificial intelligence. She has over a year of experience working in consulting, analytics, location intelligence, and chatbot technology. Additionally, Sohaila serves as the tech programs officer at the STEM Entrepreneurship Center and is a Google Women Techmakers ambassador, actively promoting diversity and inclusion in STEM. So now, could you give a brief introduction about yourself, anything about your journey in STEM, your future goals, or your current interests that you think are notable?
Thank you so much, Cindy, for the great introduction. Thank you for having me here. Yeah, I actually just graduated a couple of weeks ago. So I'm a fresh graduate now. It's been a long journey for me in STEM. I started out being interested in STEM. Like it was something that's very sudden. And it was because I found a poster back when I was in high school, a poster about Carnegie Mellon doing a intro to computer science day. And I had no idea, honestly, what data science is. I was more focused on either going to engineering or going to something related to graphic design because I really loved art. And I was like, okay, why not give it a try? I like using computers since I've been, playing games since I was young, doing some graphic design. So I went, and honestly, this is like the turning point for me when I decided I want to go to computer science. I spoke to the professors there, I spoke to the students there, and this is honestly what sparked my interest in it. So I began researching more about computer science. Back then, I don't think I wasn't really much exposed to what computer science is and all that, and the resources weren't as much as now. So I had to do some digging. I had to, give it a try. I took some course online as well as in my high school. And then I decided to, enter university, as a computer science student. After a lot of thinking, because I was still kind of hesitant because people around me were saying, no, engineering is better. This was before, people were interested in computer science and all the AI hype and all of that. So they're like, oh no, engineering is better. You should think about it. You should go, even someone told me to go to law instead. And it made me it made me think about it a lot, but I then settled for computer science. And this is just a big umbrella because, there are many things to do inside computer science. There are many different fields. So I still was a bit lost after entering college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, should I go for web technology? Should I go for AI, machine learning? Should I go for mobile development? So honestly, and this came by trying a lot. I tried web development for a while. It was cool, but I didn't feel like it was my thing. I tried a bit of mobile development, also didn't feel like it was my thing. And I don't know, I felt like it wasn't really for me. And this made me a bit, upset. But then I gave machine learning a try. There was a course in machine learning that I tried out. And this is where got me really interested in it, even though I found it very difficult. I started this course and I found it, very difficult to get through, very difficult to do the final project, but I went through it and I finished it. And yeah, and here's where I am right now. After that, I continued, learning more about machine learning and AI. and NLP, looking for internships, doing projects, working, and then, finally graduating. So honestly, the most important thing was trying out different things. So yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a very impressive journey that you've been through. Um, Lots of different points around along the road that all led you to where you are now. So currently, you're a Google Women Techmakers ambassador at the STEM Entrepreneurship Center, which is very amazing, super cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about what this position entails and how you're using it to promote diversity in STEM?
Definitely. So I'm a senior programs officer at the STEM Entrepreneurship Center and also a Google Women Techmakers ambassador. So this is mainly focused on promoting diversity in STEM. In the STEM Entrepreneurship Center, I am responsible for holding something called Fem Venture, which is a platform that we're working on to connect females in the STEM field, either young females or female entrepreneurs, females interested in starting their own business, or just interested in getting into the field. So we're working on that and making this platform accessible for people to have them connect with each other, and also doing different events like hackathons. We're even doing a hackathon soon, like probably at the end of this month. It's going to be, though it's going to be based in Egypt, it's going to be a hackathon for women to share their ideas. And they have a pre-seed idea, they have a pre-startup idea, and they're going to work on it on 2 days. So this would help, bring them together. This would encourage them to, get out and try different things. And we also do things like events also for younger students. I'm also working on a hackathon for younger students based in high school. They're in high school to do a hackathon for the 13 SDGs, the sustainable goals. So this is also something else. And yeah, so the main goal is basically to promote inclusion, to help females break the barrier, because it's very, very male dominated, and it can get pretty intimidating. So yeah, we're hopefully trying to bridge that gap.
That sounds like some incredible work that you're doing. In addition to that, you also instruct machine learning workshops, give talks, and organize, like you said, tech events just like hackathons. So, what do you hope to achieve with this community involvement? And are there any big events that I know you mentioned one? Are there any others that are coming up in your field?
So honestly, what I hope to achieve is to not just promote diversity, but also for the younger students or students that are still in university, to be able to dive more into computer science, because sometimes the resources aren't very straightforward. It's very easy to get lost. It's very easy to not know what to do, because there are just so many different things. So what I hope to do is hopefully, like, connect students with each other, give them more idea about what machine learning is, or generally data science. So I really hope that I help younger students, because this is something that I'd like to give back, because there were a lot of people that helped me in my journey. And also back when I was younger, I didn't really have access to these stuff, or at least I wasn't really that aware of it, because it wasn't really promoted much. So I hope that younger students now have more access to it, have more encouragement to learn. And yeah, so for the events, we're the most the closest one is, like I mentioned, would be the hackathon. But so far, we're still cooking up different things that I'll probably announce later.
Oh, it sounds good. Very interesting. So now, kind of delving into your career in computer science so far, could you talk a little bit about your work as a data scientist at Bayesianx and what your day-to-day job looks like?
Definitely. So I work as a data scientist. It's basically a consulting company, and I work remotely. So I work from home, or work outside, like in a cafe or something. And my work includes basically working on. I work on many exciting projects. So basically, inventing AI related things for or helping like other companies uh, with AI and helping build stuff, and also in related to automating data processes and so on. So generally, as a data scientist, uh, because data like there are many companies that have the data scientist role, but it differs from company to company. But generally, what a data scientist does is, analyze data, do some analytics, build machine learning models to predict different things, find solutions to problems, look for trends in data. So it really entails many different things. And a data scientist also, like, it's like an umbrella, and inside it, you also need to know a lot of business and programming and math or statistics, because you need to have that domain knowledge to be able to solve the problems.
Definitely. Data science really incorporates a lot of different aspects that you might see in a software company that are very important. So now, throughout your journey so far, what challenges have you faced, as you mentioned, as a woman in what I know is a very male-dominated field, computer science, and how have you overcome them?
So honestly, being in this field, it's very intimidating, because like we spoke about before, it's very, very male dominated. And your colleagues are usually males, whether it's at work or at university, the courses you take, like it's mostly males, so it's very intimidating. And sometimes it's easy to put yourself out there. Sometimes it's difficult to put yourself out there. So honestly, like, to overcome this, it's the most important thing is just to not be afraid to put yourself out there. Know that you're on the same level. It's yeah, it is male dominated, but you know, you're still there. You're good. Uh, it's very like important to put these thoughts in your head that you're not, that you're good enough. Because sometimes you have these thoughts, the imposter syndrome. Oh, am I not good enough for this? Oh, my colleagues are doing better. Um, what am I gonna do? So don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to, whether it's females or males. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Put yourself out there. Join hackathons, because also in hackathons is very male dominated, so it's fine. Just go to a hackathon, join. It's okay. Step out of your boundaries. The most important thing is to step out of your comfort zone, because this is where you improve, and this is where you slowly, get used to it. You get to overcome it. You get to, prove yourself. So it's very, very important to, be confident and put yourself out there.
Yeah, I totally agree. Being able to put yourself out there, especially as a woman in a male-dominated field, and not getting that imposter syndrome and really comparing yourself to others when everyone is on their own journey. And that's something that's very
Definitely.
important to be able to continue having a career in that field. So now kind of getting into the advice portion of this interview. Um, in computer science especially, internships are very important throughout your college career. So, what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give to any college student that might want to get into computer science internships?
So my number one advice is networking. It's very, very, very important. Many people forget it. They focus on, just improving their technical skills, but they completely forget networking because, it's very, very important to, reach out to people to, you know, learn more about their companies, get advice from them. So networking is very important. And, to network, I advise networking on LinkedIn. So to be able to network, you also need to take care of your LinkedIn account. So whether it's, having a professional profile picture, a professional bio, have your information up to date and reaching out to people through LinkedIn. So if there's, for example, a company that you're interested in, research that company, research the people that are working on it on LinkedIn and connect with them, send them a message when you're connecting with them, tell them, hey, I am so and so studying computer science, for example, in the University of so, and I'm interested in your company. Um, could you tell me more about what you do and so on? And you can even ask them for a coffee chat. This is something that I used to do is I used to ask people, hey, can we have a quick meeting? I'd love to chat with you. So this is very, very incredibly important. And it really gives you, it can really get you so many interviews at least. Like, it gives also, it makes, connected to people. And if there's someone that found an internship, they'll go and reach out to you. And this is something that happened to me. Like, people did reach out to me, because, they remember you. So, taking care of your LinkedIn and network, and also not just superficial networking. You need to also, network on a deeper level, like talk to them regularly, like actually build a bond with them. Because, and try your best to learn from these people because, they're professionals and they have so much that you can learn from. So, be open to learning more things and be open to speaking to people. So it's incredibly important. And another thing is to never give up applying and reaching out because I know the field is pretty saturated right now, I know, and some people are, scared of getting rejections or they're getting rejections over and over and over again. But this happens a lot. Like I also went a lot through a lot of a lot of my applications were rejected as well. So but you should never stop because who knows, maybe like you do a thousand applications, you get rejected, but then the 1,001 you get accepted. So you should always like keep trying, keep learning and focus on your resume, focus on also your prepare for the coding interviews. Like before going to an interview to any company, you need to actually study that company because this is incredibly important because this is how you show that you're actually interested in the company. So you need to study the company, you need to study their process and so on. And actually, one thing that I used to do is like keep an Excel sheet of the companies that I'm interested in and around when they're going to open their application dates. So I used to use Notion. You can use anything like Google Sheets or Excel or anything, and mark them basically like, oh, when have you submitted your application? When did you get accepted, rejected? Did you get an interview? And an interview with who? This is also important. The person you're interviewing with, you need to learn about them. You need to look up their LinkedIn, look up what they do, cater your questions to them because it's also a two-way interview. They're interviewing you, but you're also kind of interviewing them. You're seeing how you like the company, you're seeing how you're fit to the company. So this is also very important. So it's very nice to keep them in like a sheet or something to keep up with your applications and keep up with your contacts. So maybe like in the sheet next to the company name, a person that you spoke to before from that company, maybe you can reach out to them, ask for referral or something. So yeah, I guess these 3 points are very important. So networking, your LinkedIn, and never give up and keep trying.
Yeah, I think those are three amazing points that any college student would be, incredibly grateful to hear throughout their internship hunt journey. So then, if there was any piece of career-related advice that you could give to middle school students around the world, what would it be and why?
Uh, Honestly, to try out different things. So, don't just stick to what you learn at school. Don't just stick to what you learn at either high school or your courses or so on. You know, research more about the things you're interested in, because you don't know you're interested in actually unless you try it. Because you might think, oh, I'm interested in something, but then you try it and then you don't find out that you're interested in. So keep trying. Uh, Look out for hackathons, because hackathons really, get you out there. They get you, really in the field. So hackathons are very important, and look out for different hackathons. Um, participate in them. If you have a coding club at your middle school or high school, join the coding club, or maybe even make one yourself and find other people that are interested in it. Learn together. Uh, it's important as well, like to have people that support you throughout the journey. Is find a group to learn together. Share courses with each other. Learn coding together, and yeah, go beyond that. Don't just wait for school to teach you everything.
Yeah, that's some amazing advice that many young students can really take to heart, being able to branch out and also have a support group that will really help you along your journey. So then finally, what advice would you give to young girls who are specifically looking to get involved with AI and computer science?
So don't let fancy names like AI fool you. This is like the top advice, because at the end, it's still computer science. You need to know the fundamentals very well. It's very easy, to get stuck in the hype. Oh, people are talking about AI. Let me, dive into AI, learn about it, try it out. But, without the fundamentals, it's going to be very difficult. You won't really understand the background. You won't have a stable fundamental that you're going to build on. So start with fundamentals of CS and programming before diving into, the world of AI. I'm not saying you learn about it as well in parallel, but also keep in mind, don't just skip things. Like some people are like, oh, I'm not going to learn the fundamentals. I'm not going to learn data structures. I'm not going to learn that. But it all really builds up, like it's all programming. It's all computer science, right? So learn the fundamentals very, very well. Like, if you're starting out, there's the, obviously many people have heard of it, the CS50 Harvard course, to try out, to start with the fundamentals of programming. There are also other YouTube videos that you can get started with. So start with the fundamentals of programming, get your hands, dirty with programming, and, slowly learn about AI. And honestly, don't just stick to theoretical things as well, because it's also easy to get stuck into the theoretical part of computer science or AI. Build projects. It's so important to be practical. Build projects. I know it's intimidating to like, okay, I'm gonna start to say, okay, I'm gonna start a project now, start coding it. It's very intimidating and also difficult, because you get lots of errors. You don't know what to do. So give it a try. Like, just think of an idea. Look at other people's projects, because they can give you inspirations. Look at something called Kaggle, which is like a website that has data sets. It has different projects related to data science and AI. Take a look at it, see what people do, see what people started with. Uh, start getting your hands dirty, build lots of projects, because this is what you learn from, not just theoretically. Because what you learn theoretically is, you're going to forget it sooner or later if you don't, practice it. So work on building projects and share these projects. Like, make a LinkedIn account, share it with people, and get yourself out there. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, show them. Be proud of your projects, even if it's small. It's still an effort that you put into it. So do that. And also, this is something that that really matter in your resume, the projects, because many people focus on getting going to lots of courses, lots of certifications, but they don't have projects. And this is what companies look for. They look for projects. They look for what you've built yourself. They want to see if you've tried building something yourself, right? Even if it's not perfect, that's fine. And join programs like Sure Start, for example, and there are many other programs as well. I've been to I was in Sure Start, like I think a year ago or two, and it's where you learn a lot. You join a community, you learn from the people around you. You learn, and for example, if there's a hackathon, you participate in the hackathon, you work with people, and join hackathons. It's very important. That's something that I also like would have done more if I was if I were to go back in time to when I was in like high school or middle school. I'd join hackathons, give it a try. I didn't know what hackathons were back then. So I didn't know. I found out what hackathons were when I was in university. So yeah, join hackathons. It also gets you exposed to the community, exposed to mentors, exposed to people. And yeah, lastly, find a mentor. Mentors are very important. They help you throughout your journey. They give you support. So, network and connect with different people. Find a mentor someone that you can trust, someone that you can take advice from. And because they're honestly like very, very, very important.
Definitely. Awesome, amazing advice that would be very useful for young girls around the world that want to break into this field. Well, yeah, thank you so much for speaking with me today. I've had a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for taking your time to do this interview.
Thank you so much, Cindy. I was very happy to be here. And honestly, it's an amazing thing that you guys are doing. You're getting people into STEM, you're getting people, interested in STEM. And it's definitely something that wasn't really around back then, like back when I was in middle school or high school. So it's honestly amazing that what you guys are doing, and keep going. I was very happy to be here with you.
Thank you so much.